guys, I am Ian Hunter and welcome to the beautiful Belfast Cookery School. Here we are again back in the Cookery School and we're going to be giving you a few little festive tips for the upcoming Christmas. I'll show you today then is 3 different ways to do the Brussels sprout. Now, firstly, we have lovely shredded Brussels sprouts, okay, so we've almost like got a sprout slaw here which we're going to pan fry with lovely smoked pancetta. Secondly, we have blanched sprouts. Again, I'm going to give them a little roast off in the pan with some chestnuts, some blue cheese and a little surprise at the end. And almost for a little Mediterranean touch, okay, completely different. We're going to do sprouts with some chorizo and a little garlic cream infusion, okay? So, to begin with the first one. In a pan, a little drizzle of oil. So a medium hot pan to begin with. So that's about a tablespoon of oil there, guys, okay? So my cooker goes up to 9, okay? So I'm doing this at 7, so medium to hot. And while that's heating up, guys, talk a little bit about the future of Cookery School, okay? Cookery School 2021. Now, a lot of exciting new projects coming up, a whole new range of classes. In fact, we have a lot of classes actually online now till July. Vouchers, amazing Christmas present. And not only can you use our Cookery School vouchers in the Cookery School, you can use it in the amazing Morn Seafood Bar or super at home range. Also, if you get a voucher for Morn Seafood Bar, you can use it in the Cookery School because we can use it in all 3 of our outlets. Now, so the easy way to do this, guys, firstly, okay, drop 1 little bit of your pancetta in. Now, when that starts sizzling, that is your pan ready to go. Okay guys, so the pancetta is nicely sizzling there. So gently, we'll go in with the rest. So what we want to do here is get a lovely little caramelization, bring that natural sweetness out, all that beautiful, lovely, smoky, deep flavour from the pancetta. So this smell just takes me straight back to Christmas every time, guys. Get a nice little bit of colour there. Not too much now. Now, a nice even spread at the bottom of your pan, and with your shredded sprouts, which believe me is not easy to say there. So shredded sprouts on top of the bacon, make a little hole in the centre, okay, about a tablespoon of salted Irish butter going in there. And about a tablespoon of water. So what we're actually doing here, frying and steaming at the same time. You see that's cooking down really, really quickly there. So those sprouts now are getting coated in that beautiful smoky flavour from pancetta. Lovely, buttery, and salty. Now, so that has taken just about a minute there. So I'm going to taste them. Again, you don't want to overcook these guys, so you're left with all stodgy, water-filled sprouts, which I think would put most people off eating them as kids. A little taste. Perfect. Okay, so that still has a little tiny bit of bite left in it. So, just going to turn the heat off. A little sprig of thyme. About half a tablespoon of butter, just in the middle. And I just want that to rest for a minute. Just get a little bit of that thyme through it, flavour. A final little glaze of butter. A little pinch of some sea salt. And when you're cooking, guys, always try to use sea salt, not table salt. A little pinch of black pepper. So the normal table salt you would buy has got bleaching agents, a little bit of anti-caking agents and stuff, where sea salt is just a 100% natural product. So always try and use the good natural products. Now, there we are. Just remove the thyme. That's added a lovely little bit of flavour to it. Tiny little bit of colour in the sprouts, bringing out the natural sweetness. Now look at that, isn't it? Just a fantastic alternative to your normal boiled sprouts or bacon. Easier to eat. Easier to digest, a little bit easier in your tummy, so you won't be that gassy. And that is your first Brussels sprout today, guys. So we have our shredded slaw, Brussels sprout, smoky pancetta, an absolute great addition to to your Christmas dinner table. Okay guys, so on to our second sprout option now. Now, there's our first one done, our slaw with pancetta. Took 3-4 minutes, absolutely stunning. This one, just a little bit longer now. This is an extra special one. So, what we're going to do, again guys, a medium to hot pan with a tablespoon of rapeseed oil, about half a tablespoon of butter. Now what we want to do, we want to get that butter nicely foaming, okay, before we go in with the sprouts. Now, what I've done with the sprouts this time, so these have been blanched in salted boiling water, okay? Now whenever you blanch veg, guys, or even potatoes or anything, whenever you taste the water, it has to taste like sea salt. That's what the salt level must be, okay? So quite salty, because it gets absorbed in. So we'll blanch this for 5 minutes, just cut them in half, and then once the butter is lovely foaming just like this, just before it starts to turn colour, we put the sprouts flat side down. So we're going to caramelise the flat side and get a nice little bit of colour on that. Again, trying to bring out that little bit of natural sweetness in the sprouts. You have to be a little bit quick. You don't want to start, the first one is to start and burn by the time you put the rest of them in, so quick as you can. Or of course you do the sensible option and just turn the pan down, heat a little bit. So just a tiny little pinch of sea salt, tiny little pinch of black pepper. Now black pepper and sprouts, butter, sensational together. Okay, now that's what we're looking for, okay? A nice little bit of caramelisation around the outside for us. So essentially start at the ones you put in the pan first. Now, even at this stage, how appetising do they look? Beautiful. Okay, so we have a nice colour on them. Another little half tablespoon. Again, that smells sensational. Little half tablespoon of butter. A little sprig of thyme. 1 tablespoon of water. There we go. Now once you add the water, we're going in with the chestnuts. So nice caramelised sprouts and chestnuts. Okay, so once the liquid has absorbed, we're almost good to go, guys. Again, another really super quick recipe. Now what I'm going to do is just turn the heat off. Okay, now what I have here is some amazing blue cheese. So this is a cheese made in Belfast. So we're putting half of it through, so I want to sort of almost start to melt that. As you can see, the young buck cheese there is just starting to melt through. Remove your thyme. Now, I'm not going to season it anymore, guys, because it's quite salty cheese there. Now, you want a big plate of these in the middle of your Christmas table. Again, we're just taking the sprouts to another level, which is perhaps the cheesiest TV chef thing I have ever said. Yeah, let's take it to another level. Okay, now the rest of your cheese, just sprinkle on top. So we have our lovely caramelised sprouts, lovely winter chestnuts, some blue cheese. Now to finish off, I'm going to bring a little bit of sweetness and acidity, okay? A little bit of cranberry sauce all through. And a couple of little sprigs of fresh herbs just before you go to serve on the table. Now, not only does this smell and taste amazing, how festive does that look? Okay guys, so there is our sprouts number 2. Caramelised sprouts, chestnuts, young buck blue cheese, and to finish off a lovely bit of cranberry sauce. So what you're getting is here, you're getting the salt, you're almost getting like an oriental, sweet and sour, bitter flavour. And that is our sprouts number 2. Right, now our third and final sprout option, guys, is a little bit special, okay? This is the one I actually do at home for myself for Christmas. Now, before we actually cook the sprouts, we are going to make a little cream infusion. So, in a little pot, some beautiful double cream. Now, infusion basically means we're going to flavour this cream. So, we've got some thyme into the pot, a little bay leaf, and I'm going to add 2 cloves of grated garlic. Now, if you're a veteran watching my videos, guys, you know why we grate the garlic. It releases all the oil, and that's the flavour in garlic comes from the oil. So maximise your flavour, always grate your garlic. So 2 cloves of garlic in, tiny little pinch of salt, tiny little pinch of black pepper. Now we're going to put this on low heat just to let those flavours infuse. So my cooker goes up to 9, so I'm going to have this at 3. Just give that a little stir through. There we go. Now, while that's infusing, we will start with our sprouts. Now again, these have been blanched in salted water for 5 minutes and then cut in half. That's important, we don't cook our sprouts, guys. So, 5 minutes, straight into cold water after, okay? Or just drain it off, let the cold water run underneath it. So, medium to high heat again. My cooker goes up to 9, this is on 7. Again, tablespoon of this beautiful Northern Ireland product, Brighter Gold Rapeseed Oil. Always use this in the cookery show, guys, it is superb stuff. A tablespoon of salted butter. So again, like the last one, just going to wait till that butter starts foaming. Now, while we're waiting for that, guys, talk about one of the exciting new projects we'll have for the cookery school coming up in 2021 is our online classes. So, whenever you come back to the cookery school, when it reopens early next year, it will be totally virus proof, okay? Every single social distancing measure you have in place will be fine, okay? But for those that want to do it at home, in case we have another lockdown, we're offering online classes. So what that is, you're getting a box of food, everything you need for that class, starter, main course, dessert in your box, plus a video tutorial of either myself or one of the other chefs doing that class with you. Now, I mean, come on, what a great idea that is. And great bit of fun and crack as well. Good thing about that is you can pause it, sit down, start it again when you're on your main course. Now, okay, back into the pan, guys. Look at that butter, lovely foaming. So like the last one, we are going with your sprouts flat down. Okay, nice and quick. And a little bit of colour again on the sprouts. And one of the main reasons a lot of people don't like sprouts at Christmas or any time of the year is sprouts can be quite bitter. Now, the reason for the bitterness is sprouts are full of sulphur. Now, the sulphur's there as a bit of a self-preservation, okay? The little animals come along and eat the sprouts. They're full of sulphur, they're bitter. They won't eat them, so the sprouts can flourish. Also, it's the sulphur in them, guys, that at Christmas, you know the old joke, sprouts make you fart? Well, that is very true. The sulphur in the sprouts, that's what makes you fart. So, by adding the cream infusion, the cream actually neutralizes some of the sulphur. It's easier for you to digest and just tastes amazing. So, you want a bit of a gas-free Christmas day, guys? This is the dish for you. So we're looking for a little bit of colour again. Not too much, not as much as the last time. The last time was really caramelised. You just want a little bit of colour on it. There we go. Don't forget, your cream is infusing away on the side here. Okay, so a lovely little bit of colour. Again, a little tablespoon of butter. And in with this beautiful Spanish chorizo sausage. Chorizo and sprouts. Pretty much guarantee you've never seen that before, guys. Now, while that's cooking, all those lovely flavours and oils are going to come out of the chorizo. The smoked paprika, a little bit of chilli in there. You're going to give a little bit of kick to your dish. Not much, just a little bit of heat in the background, but an amazing alternative to your normal sprouts, guys. So, we're going to let that cook for about 2 minutes. I'm going to take it down slightly, and that's sitting at 6. And I can smell that lovely smoky paprika on them already. So, give them a nice little toss. Get all the lovely flavours coated in your sprouts. So I'm just going to let them cook like that for 2 minutes before we add the lovely infusion. So we'll just run through some of the amazing classes, guys, we'll have on at the cookery school, okay? We have our world famous Seafish Masterclass, which we do in conjunction with Seafish UK. So we have all kinds of flatfish, roundfish, shellfish, lobsters, scallops and langoustines, where you yourself get a chance to come up and I will show you how to take all the fillets off the bone. You can then cook a lovely seafood starter and a seafood main course. And of course the how to cook a perfect steak. Now, what a cracking class it is for online, guys, for you in the house. I will show you how to cook the perfect steak, get the most of a beautiful, amazing Irish beef. We have our Asian seafood or Indian banquet, any genre of food, guys, we have a class for it. Also bread classes, pasta classes, dessert classes. Now that surely is an amazing Christmas gift, getting a voucher for one of our classes. Okay, so there we are. 2 minutes, lovely chorizo, sprouts, lovely bit of colour on it. Now we are going to go in with our infusion. For a wee reminder, guys, okay, so some lovely double cream in here, some bay leaf, some thyme, and 2 cloves of grated garlic. In we go. Okay, so that will immediately come to the simmer. What we're going to do, we're just going to reduce that down for a few seconds. Cream, that lovely flavoured infusion, is taking on now the flavour of the chorizo. So I'm going to reduce the cream down slightly. So there's no real liquid left in the dish, but you've just a lovely coating of your sprouts of that lovely cream. Just going to test the seasoning. Oh, beautiful, that lovely garlic and the smoke and a little bit of chilli comes through there. That is sensational. Just a little bit of sea salt, just to enhance the natural flavours. And as you can see, that cream, there's almost none left in the pan. That's just reduced down. Coat your sprouts and your chorizo. And we are ready to serve. So you can see there's no excess cream there. That is just coating the sprouts. Of chopped flat leaf parsley and sage on the top. Okay guys, so there is our final sprout option. So we've pan fried sprouts with a lovely cream infusion with thyme, garlic, bay leaf, finish off with chorizo, and reduce it down and just coat your sprouts, and it is sensational. So there is our 3 beautiful sprout dishes, guys. Our shredded slaw with smoked pancetta, our caramelised sprouts with chestnuts, blue cheese, bit of cranberry sauce, and finally our chorizo with our garlic cream infusion. Now, no need to serve boring boiled sprouts for this Christmas, guys. So I hope this has helped you. It's been fantastic for me. This is Ian Hunter at Belfast Cookery School. Thank you very much.